To the creator. Okay, I'm listening. We have the maturity to understand that the job wasn't ours in the first place. It was loaned to us for a season of life by the company. Jesus Christ. That's gross. It looks like I've ruffled some feathers and made some people in management upset. What else is new, honestly? About what, Josh, you may be thinking? It's because I made a video talking about stop thanking companies for firing you. You know how people get like laid off. They put like 20 years, 15 years, time, effort, blood, sweat, and tears into a company. And then the company is like, we'll never fire you. You're part of our family and we love you and care for you. And then they fire you and let you go. And then those people go on LinkedIn and they tag everyone they know and they say, thank you so much. It was the opportunity of a lifetime or something. And it's just like, you don't have to thank companies, especially the ones that just took away your livelihood after telling you they care about you for so long, which seems a little strange. But like, this is what people do now. And to me, it just seems like some sort of corporate Stockholm syndrome. I'm not thanking any companies that are removing my livelihood after telling me that we're all a big happy family and all that stuff. So it doesn't make a lot of sense to me why people do it. I think it's silly. If you want to thank the people that you worked with, that's fine, right? Just pick up your phone, send some people some messages and be like, yeah, dude, it was good working with you. If you know anyone, let me know, and blah, blah, blah. And you make connections and you email each other and you get recommendation letters. But going on LinkedIn publicly to be like, this was so amazing and I'll never forget it and blah, blah, blah. It just makes everyone else look bad that doesn't do that. So like if you get fired and you don't go on LinkedIn and just thank everyone for the time and opportunity and like how you're so grateful and blah, 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 blah. It just makes all the people who don't do that look like bad compared to all these other people. But that's what you have to do, right? You have to go on LinkedIn and you have to pretend like you're super happy and grateful, and you have to play 4D chess and make it look like even if a company chews you up and spits you out, you'll still be thankful for the opportunity no matter what. You can use and abuse me and I'll still be ready to work for you. And it's just a really weird state of affairs. And that was my entire point of the video. The people that get laid off, it sucks to be those people, but just move on with your life and go get a new job, and you don't have to make these giant virtue signaling posts about how you'll miss everyone and all that stuff. You can say that personally, and I don't know, it just has all these weird vibes for other people who don't go on LinkedIn and start thanking companies that fire them. But that was like my entire point, and I'm trying to be pretty, like, I don't know, not angry about it, but to me, again, I still think it's really weird that people thank their companies for taking their livelihood away. Like, whenever I got let go from any of my jobs, I was just like, yeah, okay, whatever. I'll get my stuff, bye. And like, that was it. That was the last time we talked. I just go get a new job. Like, obviously they'd send me emails and be like, if you need anything, we're here to recommend you and give you all the paperwork. And no, dude, I don't want to talk to you anymore. We're done. I'm going to get a new job now. And I didn't tell anyone about it. Like, you tell your friends and family, but like, I didn't go on LinkedIn and be like, wow, it was so great and blah, 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 blah. And all right, so this is a 3.5 minute rant to get into this article. So hopefully you stuck around. But anyways, the manager at that company saw the video and he got all upset, and let me read it. Can you tell? Can you just tell that I'm just like over it? Like, it's just over this corporate simping. I don't know what else to call it, but starts off, it goes, I received a link to a YouTube video of some clown, I'm not kidding, talking about hire dealer socket, making a very dull point about being loyal to a company to the extent of thanking him for the time even after being laid off. It's really weird. I'm not thanking anyone for their time like they were giving their time to me for free. It's a job. They pay you for your time. So like, that's the agreement. Like, there's no need to go in and thank people. I want to take an opportunity to put a finer point on that and hopefully appeal to anyone who is steered by that video. It's important to note I encourage those I lead with the following. You don't have to take yourself seriously, but always take others seriously. No, you don't. You don't have to take others seriously. When you're dressing for a presentation, dress like you take your audience seriously. Is that because I was in like the clown outfit, I think, right? Because that's what I think people look like. You're being a clown, thanking companies for firing you after they basically lied to your face and said that you were friends and family and like, you know, whatever. Anyways, those who saw this video know why I'm making this point. Oh, okay, all right, let's get to it, boy. Another point I routinely make is that good people work for bad companies, likewise the opposite. However, it's an understood position of any professional that a company is a living, breathing organism made up of people. No, it's not. A company is a legal entity to let the IRS know that you're collecting money with a certain amount of people and whether you have stock shares and all this other legal stuff. It's not a living, breathing organism made up of people. It's probably just an idea for a product that someone had, and then he tried to scale that up, and now he has a bunch of people that make him that product that he sells at a profit, and then pays those people as long as he's still making profit, or she, or whatever. Right? But it's not a living, breathing organism, okay? We're not, like Mitt Romney's meme of companies are people, my friend. Yeah, legally speaking, because that benefits you in business expensing. I don't own the private jet. The company does, even though I run the company, But it's not a living, breathing organism, okay? Let's just, come on. Why? Because a company has a purpose, mission, and goals. No, a company doesn't. Some founder does, maybe. And the people that work there, maybe some of them agree with the company's vision. Maybe some of them are there. Maybe most of them are there just for a paycheck so they can provide for their family. It's the people that define, pursue, and stretch those three things. No, it's the CEO and management that defines and does all of those things. The CEO defines the mission and goals, and the CEO is the one who stretches those goals for the employers to keep working towards, which usually comes in the form of overtime. With all of that out of the way, the one thing that prompted me to write this was how the clown skipped over the company and went after the people. Why? You got to show the specific examples. And one of the specific examples was because like someone that was about to have a kid got let go. And in the video, I'm empathetic towards those people. Like, this sucks. This really sucks. I hope you get another job. And you don't have to do this. You don't have to come on and show the world that you're willing to take whatever BS companies throw at you, and you'll still do it with a smile on your face. Like, you don't have to do that. That's the whole purpose. Making fun of what they wrote. Because you don't have to. We're not making fun of it. We're breaking it apart and saying this doesn't make any sense to do this. That's what made this personal, because as a leader within the company, I care for and protect the people. So here's another thing, right? Like, everyone else got fired and you're still there. Okay, so if you care for them and you protect them, how come they got fired? How come they didn't keep their jobs? Because you don't make those decisions. The people above you do. So, like, if you really cared and protected about them, you would go to the CEO and be like, no, we can't do this. But again, that's not within your power. Here we go. 20 years ago, a love-based culture was set in place that created more perpetual success than any intentional training or process could have ever accomplished. See, this is what these companies do, right? It's talking about love and gumdrops, and a love-based culture was set in place. Why don't we just have, like, let's not be jerks to each other and get the job done and then go home and live your guys' life, because this is my company, or this is the owner's company, and as an owner of a company, I can't expect the people that work for me to be as passionate and work like they own it when they don't actually own it. So another thing here, a love-based culture was set in place 20 years ago. Maybe, like, what I've heard about Dealer Socket is that it was a pretty good company when it first started, but then they started to get these outside investors, these acquisition people, that come in and put money into the company for equity. And those people started to turn the company into a hot mess. In fact, there was a lawsuit filed by the founder of the company to stop the investment firm from making an acquisition, because basically the co-founder of the company was alleging that the investment company, this Vista, I don't know, I think it's Vista Acquisition Partners or something, Vista Equity Partners, basically were bringing up and down the value of the company as needed. That's fraud. You evaluate a company up here for certain reasons, and then you evaluate a company down here for certain reasons. I don't know what sort of legal stuff they're trying to avoid with that, but that's like investment fraud pretty much. And so they were about to make an acquisition, and the co-founder was like, hey, wait, hold on, no, we're not doing that. So you can see a transaction at one point sought out to wipe out the interests of every minority shareholder. So this Vista acquisition company came in and tried to kick the owners out, and the owners were like, no, you can't do that. Vista was manipulating Dealer Socket's valuation to suit its own needs. High valuations when needed to show growth, and low valuations when Vista needed cheaper share prices. And so obviously, whatever, right? But back to this article here. You said that the company was founded on love. It doesn't seem like it was founded on love. Not when there's lawsuits going on between the co-founder and the people that are investing into your company, but whatever, dude. That's cool. A culture that led, cared, and shared. I mean, maybe at one point, but a culture that developed and enhanced products and processes that still can't be beat. People who not only love the product and love the goals and purposes of the company, but deeply and dearly loved each other. That's like really unhealthy. You shouldn't deeply and dearly love your coworkers. They're just coworkers. Honestly, coworkers, like, they could be your enemies. Frenemies, more like, because you could both be competing for the same promotion, and then now you hate each other. And that's what, it's like a Shark Tank in some of these companies, but whatever. You might make some friends at work. You might have some people that are pretty chill, but like they're not deeply and dearly love them. It's weird, dude. Am I the only one that thinks this is weird? And like, I don't want any of this. I just want to do my job and build good stuff and do good work and get my paycheck and have a good work-life balance and go home. That's all there is to it. We don't have to make a job more than what it is. And that's what these companies do. Up front, they tell you all these things. We love you, care about you. We'll always, make sure that you're in good hands, and then that you're fired. Bye. It's just like a hypocritical move. And I've experienced so many times that, like, that's what I'm trying to call out in these videos. Don't buy into it. Even later in this article, he says, it's called buy-in. My heart breaks for anyone who hasn't experienced this, because it's a maturing process that can't happen under any structure or culture based on anything but love. Can't you just have a culture based on, like, do good work and take responsibility for when you mess up, and make sure to enjoy your life, because there's more to life than work, and a culture based on merit. So, like, if you do good work, you're rewarded for good work. What else is there that sounds pretty good at a company? Good pay. But love? Come on, love is just like a cop-out. Beanbags and soda machines don't do it. They just provide a place for it to happen. No, they don't. No, they don't. Beanbags and soda machines don't even provide a place for love to happen. Like, it's weird. The only type of love you're doing in a beanbag is when you're hot and sweaty 17-year-old and your, like, girlfriend sneaks over to your house or something, like. But at a company, whatever, dude, this weird comments. Gratitude is not only a mark of that culture, but a mark of permanent character. No, it's not. If someone is not thankful to a company that fired them, that doesn't have anything to do with their character. It has absolutely nothing to do with your character. Or professionalism. You can be completely professional while getting your stuff and leaving the company and never talking to them again. It's an unteachable understanding that there are lasting things for which to be thankful. Well, working at a company and then getting fired wasn't lasting. So why are you thankful for it? That gratitude and love-based culture created one of the highest trending hashtags on LinkedIn, and it has already landed hundreds of jobs for an incredible group of people steeped in everything I just mentioned. I mean, that's cool, dude. Whatever. It's LinkedIn. People like to chill. Happy, positive, whatever. Let me sink that in a little deeper. All of us are the sum of our experiences. Experience should always define your process, progress, and purpose. Experience is what makes you valuable. Your faith and your heart should always define your character. Can we stop with this love, gumdrop, rainbow, sunshine, fluffy bunny, teddy bear stuff? And let's just cut through all this nonsense and just talk about it. Your faith in your heart should define your character. I really feel it in my heart. No. You feel it in your brain. You feel it in here, and you use your logic to make sense out of things. I don't know. I'm not a really religious person, so like this stuff just makes me laugh at this point. Character is what makes you invaluable. All right, whatever. Apparently this created an opportunity for a YouTube video monetized at the expense of brilliant, grateful, helpful, and selfless and now unemployed people. The point of the video is to show that they are unemployed, but they don't have to be grateful and selfless anymore, right? You shouldn't have to do that at a job anyways. You're not being selfless at a job. You work a job because they pay you money. You wouldn't do it if they didn't. You can't pretend like they would, guy, that wrote this article. While those people are looking for work, wondering how they will provide insurance for a pregnant wife, my personal friend called out specifically in this video, someone is getting clicks. Bro, in the video, I had empathy for this guy. I said, this sucks. You don't have to do that. Stop thanking your company. And that's what I did for every single person in that video. I said, yo, this really sucks. You don't have to do this. And he's over here like, you're just trying to get clicks out of it. No, I'm trying to tell these people to have some self-respect and some dignity, and stop thanking a heartless, soulless, legal entity for firing them. While my friends are trying to get their sea legs, someone is getting a check for exploiting their misfortune. There's no exploitation in having an opinion on thanking companies for firing you. But nice try there, bud. To the creator. Okay, I'm listening. We have the maturity to understand that the job wasn't ours in the first place. It was loaned to us for a season of life by the company. Jesus Christ. That's gross. That's just gross to read. Like, That's not why people get jobs, especially these large corporate jobs. You go into a job thinking that you're going to make a career out of it. You're going there for the long term, right? Most people are. I mean, not everyone. It's just some people are just trying to get by. But like, people don't go into the job thinking, this job is only loaned to me for a season of life, and eventually when I get let go, I will still be thankful that they did that to me. What are you even talking about here? It was loaned to us for a season of life? That's like, bruh, I mean, I don't know. You still work there, right? So it's easy for you to say. Everyone else got fired. That itself is something to be thankful for. That someone loaned you a job for a season of life. You know, every time that I ended a job, I was not like, thank you for this opportunity to have completely wasted my time. And the problem is they tell you that it's going to be long term and that your career is safe here and that you can really make something of yourself here. And then all of a sudden now you have to be thankful that it was temporary anyways. Okay, well then stop calling me family. Stop calling me like a loved one. Stop telling me that I mean the world to the company and that I'm really making it. Stop telling me all these things. And then also telling me that it was loaned to me and that I should be grateful for that season of life. What the fuck? Just because they took it back doesn't make it any less valuable. We are grateful because we have an understanding that the whole is not equal to the end, but the sum of all parts. Everything that happened before the layoffs and everyone we met, that is why we are thankful. And it's not funny. Yeah, that's cool, dude. You can be thankful for like the people you met and like, I guess having a good time at work. But it's, you know, thank those people privately. Thank those people with a DM on your phone or an email to your manager, but like just blatantly on LinkedIn publicly for everyone to see, which is why these posts exist, so that other people that are recruiting go, wow, something really bad happened to him and he's still happy about it. Imagine what we could do. And then, you know, you get all these other companies that are like, wow, look at these people. All right. Well, if I could literally just be like, all right, well, you're not getting a paycheck because, what can I make up? Because we have budget cuts. Sorry about that. You're going to have to work for free for 4 months. But don't worry, your season of life for this job will be strong and hardy. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore, but like you guys get it, right? Every name you call these people in your video, I can assure you that they're not. Calling someone like company simps is like, it's supposed to be like, wake up, stop, like just have some self-respect. They don't care about you. Companies don't care about you. Maybe some people in the companies care about you, but a company is just a legal entity, some dude at the top. And in fact, like if you did care about them, why didn't you go to the CEO and like find a way to not fire these people, especially the dude that had a pregnant wife, your personal friend, right? Like why didn't you protect him? It's like, that sucks. It super sucks. Like insurance, bye. It's going to cost this dude like 20 grand to have a kid in the United States. It sucks, right? Like, see, I understand that it sucks. I can assure any prospective employer of the same and will vouch for them. Okay, whatever. Please step back and realize you're going after people who were just beat up no, we're not going after people. We're trying to tell these people to remember who they are. Remember their self-respect. Remember their self-worth. It didn't come from a company. They had it before a company. They had it before they met you, and they can still have it by not going on there and talking about how screwed over they just got. But it's okay. Maybe I'm the crazy one in the world. Maybe. I hope you get the chance to experience the culture growth and experience and compassion we have, because I understand that videos like this come from a misinformed and inexperienced place, bro. I've worked corporate long enough to have all of these experiences that these people have had. I don't want to experience a culture of love at a company. I don't want to experience a culture of compassion. I don't care. I don't care about any of that. Just give me my money and let me go live my life. It's your company. It's your product. I'm just here telling you that I'm passionate about it because I need a job, because I have bills to pay, because this isn't really what I like to do, but it pays the bills for now. Okay? Like, that's the reality of most people in the entire world. I hope you consider the content of the video, make an honest assessment as to whether it makes you hireable. I don't want to be hired. I don't want to take orders. I don't want to lead people. I just want people to manage themselves. I don't care. I don't care about being hired. I don't want to work for you. I'll work with people, but not for someone. Think about whether it makes the people posting equally ill comments hireable. Have you led them well? Have you been a good steward of their own open-mindedness? Yeah, I think I have actually changed. I don't know if this is directed at me, to be honest, but I think I've actually changed a lot of people's perspectives with this channel by showing you what companies say versus what companies do. And that's, I think, helped a lot of people going, yeah, I used to be that person, but your videos have shown me it's okay to not be that way. I think I've had more of a lasting effect than you ever will. Have you informed them for real success or subconscious resistance? What are you even talking about for real success? As a final lesson, I want you to imagine a center point with people on either side. That center point is the company with its products, goals, purpose, mission, and tenets. When people on either side of that center work towards the common goals, they inherently come together. This is known as buy-in. Brainwash them pretty much. But here's probably a newsflash for you. Most people just say that they're bought in to the extent that they get their paycheck. But like, most of the people, it's just a paycheck. It is what it is. Some people maybe really like what they work on, but they hate who they work with. Some people really like what they work on, but they hate how the company is run. They really like what they work on, but they hate how much they get paid. Yes, that's called buy-in. Something that people should be aware of. It's loyalty, things like that, right? People are afraid to quit their jobs because their friends still work there. So that's why they stay around, and all these other super toxic reasons that you stay at a company. But buy-in is not something that you should hold on to. Like, it's not even this dude's company. I don't understand why he's so bought in. I don't get it, dude. You're just some manager at the company. As they inherently come together, they get closer. No, you don't have to. You can just do your job as you work towards a common goal. It's called teamwork. You're just like a team. You're not a family. As they get closer, you draw a circle around that center. That's your culture. Good God. The circle will protect itself, and that's where this article comes from. Nobody goes through life undefeated. If it's ever your turn, I hope you're lucky enough to be surrounded by people who cares as much. He has no idea. He's never watched another video on my channel. He has no idea what I've been through. I hope you're not encircled by YouTube videos kicking you when you're down, but circled by people like us that will lift you up relentlessly. Dude, I'm trying to lift these people up by telling them to take back their dignity, telling them to have self-respect, okay? I'm not trying to insult any of these people. I'm saying it super sucks. You don't have to do this. Stop thanking companies for firing you. It's pretty plain and simple. Also, people make videos about me all the time talking about why I'm trash or why I'm a noob or why this and that. Josh is a grifter, like, whatever. People encircle me in videos all the time talking shit. Whatever, dude. That's your opinion. I don't care. It's fine. Do whatever you want. You making money off of it? That's fine. I don't give a shit. Whatever. As for anyone affected by the layoffs this video made light of, be proud that you're gracious and thankful. You're going to do amazing things. I hope so. You're going to take a piece of what we have and plant it somewhere else to grow. Wait, hold on. Are you trying to say these people are going to take their experiences at this company that made them who they are and then plant it somewhere else? Because without dealer stock it here, they wouldn't have been able to do that. Is that what you're saying? Any company who invites you to plant that seed will be better for it. And I promise you the ones deserving of it already know that. Be proud of who you are and who you've become. Always be grateful. Spread the peace and love because it wasn't created to die. Sometimes you have to take your toys and play in someone else's sand to reach them. Go do it. Really weird article overall. But again, this guy still works at the company. He didn't get let go. So in my opinion, I think it's probably a little easier for him to talk about how we're still love and fun and gumdrops and like I care and I want to protect people. Like, that's good, dude. I get it. Like, it's good that you care, but like, why didn't you stop them from being fired? Why didn't you go talk to the CEO? Why didn't you say, wait, Mr. CEO, what about our love? Why are you going to remove this pregnant guy's insurance when you fire him? That doesn't seem like a very loving thing to do. Like, why didn't you actually protect them? Like, an article on LinkedIn isn't protecting anyone after something has already happened. So, but you know, the reason why you didn't do that is because it's not your company. It's the owner's company, which the owner now appears to be Vista Equity, which seems to have ruffled the feathers of the actual original owners. So, you know, to give them credit, it does seem like this company did have a good culture, high pay, all that stuff before these Vista Equity people got involved. And then once people started leaving after realizing this Vista Equity company started making this company a trash place to work for, then people that were working here originally started getting mad that people were leaving for better opportunities. Like, I've seen the emails, I've seen the conversations, I've heard the stories about this before Vista. So like, maybe you worked there before Vista happened and like that's what you remember, but a lot of people after this acquisition happened hated it there and they hated their job after it happened, so they want to leave for better opportunities. And then people are mad that still worked here, but they're like, but wait, we love you, and what about all this other stuff? I don't know, dude. I don't know. As you could tell, YouTube, I'm pretty like over this stuff. I don't even know what else to say about it. Like, stop thanking your fucking company for taking away your livelihood. I mean, they can do it. Like, it's their right? It's at-will employment. You can quit, and they can fire you. So it is what it is, but I just think it's fucking weird that people say thank you for being let go especially when your entire life is going to be upside down, and the CEOs and the managers that still work there their life is just going to be just peachy. This is going to be fine, and you're going to wonder and struggle, and how am I going to do this? And yeah, maybe it's just, you're taking an L just to make yourself look more employable to other abusive companies that want to take what you've been through and put you through some more, all while telling you they love you too. So I don't know. That's what I see happen most of the time. But anyways, that's this article. I'm ruffling management's feathers these days. Let's talk about the facts and the logic. Let's not talk about feelings and faith and your heart and your emotions and living, breathing. Let's not talk about that. None of that matters. Let's talk about the logic, how people's lives are going to be affected, how their credit's going to be impacted. Is this person going to be able to pay for this child that he's about to have without insurance? And if he can't, he's going to have medical debt, and that's going to affect his credit. And then maybe he won't be able to get another apartment if he's renting an apartment because that's on his credit. And all these other things. Let's talk about that stuff. Let's not talk about the love and emotions and all this other garbage, right? Let's talk about how this affects people. That's what I care about. That's what I care about. I hope all the people that lost their jobs and said thank you, whatever, I hope they get new good jobs at good companies that don't try to force them to buy in, like you say, into this nonsense. I hope that companies are like, look, you don't need them, bro. You're better off here. They're just placating you. They're just pandering to you, telling you what you want to hear. Come work for us. We'll pay you a good living wage, and we'll give you a good work-life balance, and you just do your job, and hopefully you enjoy it, and if you're nice to work with, then everything's good. That's all it really comes down to. It's pretty simple. Leave a like, click subscribe if you want to see me ruffle more management's feathers in the corporate world, and I'll see you guys in the next one.